Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is something extra special. On Saturday we went to Long Melford Hall and visited the Beatrix Potter Holiday Sketches exhibition. Now Melford Hall was one of the places that she frequently went to visit her family on holiday, the Hyde-Parkers, and so we had a tour of the house, a little bit of the garden and the folly, which had some more of her sketches in. So I did kind of a little teaser on my vlog channel, Vintage Niki, and showed a little bit of it. And for this video, I am going to share with you the whole lot and talk you through it all. So sit back and enjoy. Hi guys, it's Saturday and we are off to Melford Hall to see the Beatrix Potter Holiday Sketches exhibition. So I'll catch you when we get there. So here we are entering the sort of driveway up to Melford Hall, and on the left there's a gorgeous row of dahlias in all different colours. It's so beautiful. You kind of had to walk up the path by the sort of front of the house and kind of walk round to get into it. So we're walking up and there's the dahlias, and it's kind of a windy path, but it didn't take long to walk up to there. And then we kind of had a look around. There was a big fields around it as well. And here I'm just looking at the magnificence of the building. So many windows, must be so many rooms there. So now we come into the house, and just as you go in there were some like visitors books in glass cases, and Beatrix had signed her name and put little characters next to it in both the books, and I particularly like the second one with the fox and the duck. And above those sketches were these magnificent stained glass windows, and they were just really beautiful. So scanning around the room, there was lots of original paintings all over the house, and here are some above the room. So then we entered into the small dining room, had a little like breakfast table set up, and this one was really exciting because, as you can see, there are original Beatrix Potter sketches for the place cards, and it had the names of the family members on there. I also thought that the china was absolutely beautiful, and the way that it was all laid out, it kind of reminded me of some of my grandma's old cutlery and china, but obviously a lot more fancy. So here's a close-up Peter Rabbit of one of the place cards, and another one of Jemima Puddle Duck. Also in that room was this magnificent painting. I was quite enamoured with it. I just love snow scene paintings, and this was pretty massive. It was above the fireplace, and I just thought it was really beautiful. So I got a close-up picture of that one. And there were some more paintings as well. I thought this one was quite funny, of all the different birds. And then we entered into the living room, and I loved this room. The colours were gorgeous. It reminded me of Downton Abbey, with the gorgeous kind of duck egg blue and the sort of corally colour as well for the furniture. A really grand fireplace and lots more original paintings. It had the little picture things by the side of the fireplace were apparently to shield the faces of the ladies who sat next to the fire so they didn't get burnt by the fire, which is really funny. So that was an interesting little fact. There's a little table set up for card games. Then we entered into the library room. Now this was a really interesting room. It's very brown, lots of wood, lots of nice furniture in there, and old photos and clock. And it's quite an interesting shaped room. It was curved where all the bookshelf was, and the man who was guiding people around shut the door so that we could see what it would look like when it was closed. So there you go, there's the view of it. It's pretty magnificent. Lots of old books in there. Big grand table and more original paintings. A nice chaise longue or two. And it went through to another little like office room which was also filled with books. It had a big table in there with a big map on it, and there was a big like folder with lots of maps in as well. And I was particularly interested in there's Mr. Hyde Parker, who owned the house. There was quite a few paintings of him dotted around. A lovely view from outside. And here's some more books. And I was going to say that the collection they had of dictionaries and Shakespeare books was quite interesting. These are really big volumes of Shakespeare. And more dictionaries. There's a close-up picture for you. Now, I was particularly enamoured with the entrance hall, which led up to a beautiful staircase, and at the top was this absolutely stunning chandelier. It was absolutely gorgeous. People kept walking by, so I couldn't get a really good view of it, and because it was right by a window, it was really hard to photograph and pick up on camera, so I got a quick pic there. And here's one when we're actually up the stairs. So looking around the room, there was this little piano and some more original paintings. Then we went through a corridor. There's lots more art along the corridors of different people. So then we come across this little chapel. It's a sweet little room, had some chairs in, an ornate rug, a very old chair. And then we come along to the nursery. Now this was really interesting. I wasn't sure at first if we were allowed to walk around it, but we were. So there's a gorgeous rocking horse in the middle, lots of sort of toys scattered around, Beatrix Potter books, and that was really lovely. And when we went over to the little bookcase over in the corner, we discovered that there was a little Jemima puddle duck that Beatrix had made for one of the girls of the house. I think it was one of her relatives. So there it is, there's a picture of it. So that was really cute. And more hallways. Here's some more paintings that Beatrix had done, all in watercolours. Really beautiful, peaceful paintings. So I took some photographs of those as well. So then we enter Beatrix Potter's bedroom. This is the room that she stayed in when she came to visit. And what I found most interesting was the fact that the room was decorated in the colours that she tended to paint in. So the door was this gorgeous blue. It was like a cream colour on the walls. And it was like a creamy yellow and blue fabrics for her bed. That was very pretty. And here's an interesting little painting. Apparently this is a caricature of her that she did of when she came to stay in that bedroom, and that's her as a little mouse in her bed. So that's really quirky and fun. Some more china there. Again, another blue chair. And the fireplace. So that was a really interesting room. So just outside the corridor of her bedroom, here is Jemima Puddle Duck. Original illustrations, very small little rectangular ones. Really beautiful. And here's Mr. Jeremy Fisher, I believe. And Jemima again. So then we come to another master bedroom, and I guess this would be the Hyde-Parkers bedroom, and this was like a red and a greeny colour scheme. So we had a quick look around here. Very grand fireplace. There's a little cot. More original paintings. There's a tapestry as well that was being worked on, which was very interesting. Not completed. A lovely view outside to the gardens. And then you walked through to a little room next to that, had a small single bed in it, a very big wardrobe, and a nice little fireplace. And a mirror, hello. And then there's another room. There was loads and loads of rooms upstairs. We weren't allowed in all of them, but it's very, very interesting. Another cot. Here's the corridor. Had a nice clock at the end of it. Here's Mr. Hyde Parker again. It's interesting how these big houses always had lots of portraits of the owners in it. They didn't mind having pictures of themselves everywhere. I guess it was a bit of a status symbol in those days. So here's a view outside the window of the courtyard. And go around the corridor. That was quite a modern bookcase, had lots of fairly modern books in compared to the one downstairs. I wonder if that was Mrs. Hyde Parker, I'm not sure. So here's some more sketches that Beatrix had done. She'd done some studies of different furniture for her different books. That one was a modern picture, don't know who painted that. Some close-ups of the sketches. Another view out the window. And here we come to another staircase that led out to the gardens. Big, really big painting there on the right. So here we are outside and looking around the beautiful grounds. We just stopped to have a nice scone in the garden with some jam and butter. That was very nice. Here's a little veggie patch. So now we're walking over to the Folly, where another exhibition was there of more of her sketches. So there's a lovely view from the Folly steps, looking over at the hall. And that's what the Folly looked like. So here we are inside the Folly, and these are the other sketches that she'd done while staying there. There's a varied number of them. They were mostly of things like furniture and buildings. I think they were studies that she did for her books. There's a whole big piece about her and a big photograph. beautiful, unusual shaped room, kind of like a hexagon or an octagon, and there's some sketches of a little girl. I don't know whether it was a family member, I think it was. Some chairs. I love the buildings that she done. What I found most interesting was how she created all these little marks with her ink pen, sort of suggesting the shapes of the building and the foliage and things, and it really works. It really looks beautiful. And there's a more detailed drawing of a chair. And that was it. So what a fantastic time we had. New designs as and when I have them available. So I really love this Winter Angel one of my favourite paintings, and just click and you can see a larger view. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one.